Hey Gemini, what's up? This is your monthly reading for June. I'm going to do the reading a little bit different this month. I really like to switch things up and keep them new, so for the main part of your reading, I'm going to use my regular tarot deck, and I'm going to use my Heart of the Faerie Oracle deck. Now, I've had some people ask me about my tarot decks, so I have included some information in my description box about the tarot decks that I'm using and links, how to order them if you want. Okay, so your decks are already pre-shuffled and they're locked and loaded, ready to go. But I feel like I'm gonna shuffle this one just a little bit more. While I tell you a little bit about the planetary motion this month. There's gonna be a new moon on June 13th, so we're starting the month off with the moon waning. So there might be a feeling of things slowing down a little bit until we get about halfway through the month. And then there's going to be the new moon in Gemini. The new moon's going to be in Gemini, so you'll probably feel really cozy in that energy. And that'll be a really great time for you to plant some intention, some seeds of intention and manifestation for your life. And then on June 28th, we have a full moon in Capricorn. So I feel like that's going to be a really beautiful, possibly romantic summer full moon. This is just the beginning of summer. So it's a really exciting time, or it should be, or it could be, if you want it to be. Jupiter is still retrograde. So it's still a really good time to detox. Jupiter is still retrograde, Saturn is still retrograde, so there's a lot of karmic blowback that is really in effect right now. And there are some other planets in retrograde, but I feel like those are the ones that I know the most about, and I don't even really know that much about them because I'm not an astrologer, but I feel like those are the ones that are going to impact your life the most. I feel like those are the planetary movements that are going to impact your life the most this month. Okay, so I also forgot to tell you this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you just have a lot of Gemini in your chart, if you're cross-watching for Gemini, or if you're just intuitively guided here, there's probably going to be a message here for you. If you don't know what your astrological chart is, there's a link in my description box so you can find out, and there's also some information in my description box on how to contact me if you'd like a personal reading. If you want to leave a comment on this video, I would love that. I love comments, and you know, Gemini, you're good at the comments. Some people can't find the comments section very easy, so you don't go into the description box, you just scroll all the way down to the bottom. Underneath the video, just keep going all the way down, and you'll probably find the comment section down there, and you can leave me a comment, whatever you want, you know, feedback on the reading, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle now and see if any more messages come through for you for this month for Gemini. It's a good month to burn a lot of sage and burn a lot of incense and release a lot of your past in that smoke. Smoke is like going to be good for you guys this week. I'm not going to say smoking cigarettes because that's not good for anybody, but smoke, the purification of the smoke is going to be good for a lot of you this month. So, you know, if you go camping or if you have some campfires or just like a fire out back or something, be sure to throw like some sage or some incense or, you know, some lavender, some type of really nice purification herbs. Throw those in the fire as well. That'll be good for you this month. I think I already showed you this. This is my Faerie Oracle deck. So I'm gonna see what kind of stories I can get for you guys out of these two decks. Because these are like the storytelling decks that I have. And then I'm gonna pull some Oracle cards for you guys too. Gemini for June. Fairies have been kind of quiet lately. I feel a really sort of lazy vibe for you guys for this month. Just really kind of relaxing and taking stock of where you've been and where you're headed next in life in general is the energy that I'm mostly picking up for you guys. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. This could be you. But I feel like you're gonna get some truth this month. It feels like it's truth about your family. And I feel like it's gonna be, a really transformational truth. Something that's really gonna change how you feel about yourself in relationship to other people around you. For a lot of you, I feel like that's mostly going to be your family. Then we have the Queen of Wands. So there could be a prominent fire sign in your life. If it's not a fire sign, somebody with a lot of fire in their chart, it's somebody with a really fiery personality, somebody really passionate, somebody really ambitious. This could be sort of what you're transformed into after this Knight of Swords energy comes through. It could sort of transform you into this Queen of Wands, and you might really feel like you're ready to begin something. And then we have the Star, which is fantastic. And I noticed that in the Star and in the Knight of Swords both, there's the red cardinal. The red cardinal is on the horse's, whatever this thing is, his little saddle, I don't know, it's like his little scarf. And there's a cardinal in the tree, a red cardinal in the tree of the Star. So for some of you, that red cardinal is very significant. I feel the significance of the cardinal is it's like you, like your heart, the passion of you starting to awaken in a new direction. I feel like you're going to be moving in a brand new direction. After this truth comes in, this could also be a person. This Knight of Swords could also be a person, and this person could sort of inspire you and help transform you into this Queen of Wands. If not, this Queen of Wands could also be a person that brings a lot of healing into your life. If this doesn't represent a person at all, and this is just maybe an energy that's coming up in you, it's a very passionate, but it's very calm. It's like a calm, nurturing, passionate feeling. This could be a lot of sex, I feel, for some of you this month. Really loving, like emotional, intensely like healing sex. That could be that for some of you. You know, this could be like a Knight of Swords, could be a lover that's coming in, and you have a really emotional, like soul connection. For some of you, it might not be that at all, and it could just be a project or like an aspect of yourself that's coming out, and you're gonna feel really uplifted. The Star is a really, really good card. It's a really powerful card for you to have for June. It's like wishes coming true. It's like you reaching that destination that you've been trying to get to. Your manifestations coming in, your rewards coming in. If you have been like a really good person and maybe you haven't been taken advantage of, or maybe you've had sort of like a hard knock life, this could be your karmic rewards coming back to you in a really beautiful way. And then we have the Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So this shows you maybe being a little worn out and wanting to take a rest. You know, after the Star card, you know, whatever, you may have some physical activities going on or something like that, but this may also be you wanting to take a rest from a certain area of your life. Could be a relationship, because we also have the Nine of Swords, because it's like you're on defense a little bit. Like you feel that you need to defend yourself. You feel like you need to defend these wands. Something's got you feeling a little defensive, and since this is coming up with the Four of Swords, it's making me think you want to just put a situation to rest that may not be serving you the way that you'd like. We also have the Juggler, the Sorcerer, and the Joy of the Future. So with the juggler, you just have... I really feel like, as I was shuffling, like I said, I feel like you're going to be taking stock of what you have, what you're involved in, as far as your relationships, as far as your activities, as far as your hobbies. I feel like you're going to be looking at everything that you're doing, and some of you are going to realize that you're doing too much. You're doing more than what you really want. You're juggling too many things. Now, for some of you, this Knight of Swords and this Queen of Wands could be two different love interests. Maybe you're dating more than one person. Maybe you're juggling more than one person. Maybe someone is juggling you and another person. Maybe you're dating somebody that is extremely busy and has a lot of stuff going on in their personal life. So they're juggling a lot of stuff. I feel like this is mostly you, though, just sort of taking stock of what you have. The warning with this card is to really pay attention, because the juggler will just knock things out of your hand just to make sure you're paying attention. The sorcerer is sort of a strange version of the magician. It's a warning to be careful what you wish for, because you're in a really powerful manifestation mode with the star energy here. Basically, like, however you think, whatever you think about a situation is going to really strengthen and mold that situation to whatever your thoughts are. So be really, try to be really conscious. Like, it would be a really good idea this month, Gemini, to start maybe a ritual that you do in the morning or whenever you wake up, and sit down and sort of like maybe write a few pages and give yourself some quiet time. Now, I know that when that statement gets brought up, a lot of people say, well, I got kids and I got a job and I got school and I got my man and I got my woman and I got all these things that I have to do and I don't have time. But that ain't true. All you have is time, and you are in control of your time. So if you want to take this extra time in the morning to get your shit together and make sure that you got your shit on lock mentally. And it feels like with this card coming up here with the star card, it really feels like it's the guidance, it's the suggestion, and it's a bit of a warning to make sure that you have your mentality on lock this month. So it's up to you to set yourself back a little bit of time when you start your day. Go to bed a little bit earlier. I'm not going to tell you to sacrifice sleep, but this month I would almost tell you to sacrifice a little bit of sleep if you have to. And just sit down and give yourself some time every single day and get your thoughts straight. Because whatever you think about a situation is going to make it so. So if you're not catching yourself and you're thinking this person is, like, if you're thinking negative thoughts about situations in your life, it's going to make those situations more negative. But the main thing here is you're going to be wanting to manifest some things this month. And with the star card here, you're going to have, like I said, like, your manifestation is going to be, like, lit this month. It's going to be almost instantaneous for you, okay? What you're going to be able to create, you're going to have a lot of power here. So be careful what you wish for, because you might accidentally manifest some shit you don't want, or you might accidentally manifest some stuff that's really, really strange. That is the actual literal definition of the card, the Sorcerer, is that you run the risk of manifesting some really strange things that you might not want after you get them. But we have the joy of the future, card number 57. So it looks like you're going to be okay. It looks like a lot of you are going to be okay. And you're going to do what you need to do to get everything in your life in the place that it should be for you to be as happy as you can. To have joy. Joy comes from within. It doesn't come from without. So if this card shows up for you in a monthly reading, it shows me that you're really doing a lot of inner work, and your overall energy from the regular tarot deck is the Hermit. So it looks like you are doing that, and underneath that we have Judgment. So you're also really connecting with your spirituality this month, with your angels, with your spirit guides, whether you're consciously doing it or not. And this is the karma. This is that karma coming back that we discussed in the Star card. This goes with that. It's like the trumpet call. It's time for Gemini to get cool stuff. You know? And then you're taking this time to really understand who you are and what you want and what really brings you joy, so you're able to manifest it really quickly. Now, for some of you, I get so sick of saying for some of you, but I feel like I have to say it that way because these readings are for so many people because it's so general. And that's how it works. It's like there's like storylines that come out. And some of them are going to resonate for some of you, and some of them are going to resonate for others of you. So I can feel it. It's like I'm reading for so many different people. So I have to say it that way. So I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with, you're in a relationship with someone and you're not digging it. You feel like they're stealing your joy. I feel like for a lot of you, this is what you want to lay to rest. The energy that is being brought into your life by this person. For some of you, this is your significant other. For some of you, this is somebody else in your life. But this person does hold significance, okay? Because they're close enough to you to steal something from you that you really notice when it's gone. You notice whatever this is missing. And you really are going to want to try to lay that to rest. You're going to be trying to lay that to rest. Underneath that is the Messenger and the Smith in reverse. So some of you are breaking that bond. You're letting this person go. There's messages, there's truth coming in for some of you about your significant other, about somebody of significance in your life that is not of a positive nature, and you're like, fuck that shit, I don't want to deal with that anymore. This is also messages coming in, and I feel like they're negative. I feel like it's drama, it's maybe somebody talking shit about you, maybe somebody has done you dirty and you didn't know about it, and you're gonna find out about it this week. With the Messenger and the Knight of Swords, it's going to come in quickly, and the Thief, with these energies combined, that's what that means. And with the Smith in reverse, the Smith creates bonds. You're gonna unloose that bond. I don't feel that it's gonna be really. I don't feel like there's gonna be a lot of conflict. I don't feel like you're gonna be wanting to deal with the bullshit this month. I feel like you're just gonna cut it. You're just gonna be like, I'm going to use this sword, and I'm just going to cut it, and I'm just going to move on, because you have the Star. You have the Star, and you have the Queen of Wands, so you're in a really good, feel-good place this month, Gemini. If there are things going on in your life, if you're dealing with people that you don't like, and maybe have been fucking with you for a while, you're just going to cut the shit off and walk away this month, and you're probably going to do it in a peaceful manner. You might be saying your piece, okay? You might have some stuff to say. And it might be a little raw, okay? But it's not going to get really heated, I don't feel. So for others of you, these extra cards came out, and I feel like there is a specific storyline for some of you out there. Different. It's different. I don't know. Some of you guys, this could resonate with, and this could resonate with both. So, you know, it's whatever. But I have the Lady of Faith, card number 44. The Queen of Shadows, card number 8. The Rocks, card number 17. The Queen of Passage, card number 5. And the Bright Spark, card number 35. And I feel like with some of you guys out there, this is a really straight message of you leaving someone. Maybe breaking up with someone, because we have your heart open here. And like you really tried. But then we have the Queen of Shadows. Like you were with this person because it was a karmic connection. And you used the reflection of yourself that you found through them to balance out parts of your own dark side. But then you realized that as you were healing, this person did not heal with you. You guys grew away from each other. And so you walked away. You're walking away from them. And as you're walking away from them, you're entering the Queen of Passage, which I feel like is going to be a small passage of darkness. It may last a week or two. I don't feel like it might not even be that long. It might only be a few days, and you just might be over this person, and you're like, you know what, I don't even have a lot of feelings to work through. I just know what it is, and it's just over, and I'm done with it. And then you're going to walk through this little valley of darkness, and then you're going to have like this bright sparkle moment. And this, I think, is the same as the star. So after you walk away from this person, it's going to bring in this beautiful, it's like the catalyst to bring through this beautiful new energy. A lot of times in life when we walk away from people, it's really difficult, but in walking away from that person is the only way that we can receive our rewards. And it's not because we walk away from that person. It's because we have healed ourselves on an inner level so thoroughly that we just naturally shift away from people. We can grow away from people if they are not choosing to do their inner work and grow as well. Because you can't change another person. They are who they are. They have free will. And so whoever this is, and it might be a significant other, it might be a family member, it could be a job, but I feel like it's a person. Whoever this is, they're not choosing to heal, they're not choosing to shift, but you are. And so you're going to move into this really, really good new energy, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle my Messenger Oracle deck now, and I'm going to see what extra information comes out for you. These are pre-shuffled as well. All my decks are pre-shuffled as I meditated for Gemini for June. So let's just see. I really strongly feel like some of you are launching some businesses this month, or you're launching like a new spin on an old business, or you're starting. I mostly feel like you have new things coming in for you this month in the area of career. And I feel like as far as relationships go, you're doing a lot of walking away from things that aren't serving you this month. And I feel that for some of you, there are new people coming in. But I feel like that is for a smaller amount of you. Like, the ones that are walking away from relationships, there is going to be somebody new coming in. And some of you, I feel like it's going to be right away at the beginning of the month. Maybe you've already walked away from a relationship. And there may be somebody that comes in, somebody new that comes in to your life right away at the beginning of the month. And then for some of you, you're cutting ties with this person at the beginning of the month, and then you're taking a little bit of time to yourself to be alone. And it's going to be closer, like halfway through the month to the end of the month before this new person comes in. For some of you, it might be the beginning of July. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't feel like anybody is just getting left high and dry here, but the timing is a bit different for some of you. So we have time to reflect, which is basically the same energy as the Hermit. This is you going within and just taking stock, as I said, taking stock of where you've been, what you've been through, how you've grown, how you've changed, what you're letting go of, and what you're bringing in. Change is unavoidable, card number 6, which is the healing number. And we are all connected, card number 49. So for those of you who are in a romantic situation, or you're dealing with some type of a romantic situation this month, it looks like since you have the Star and the Bright Spark both, you're going to know if you're in a shitty situation or if you're in a good situation. If you're in one of the good situations, and maybe even if you're in one of the bad situations, I think regardless you're going to feel really connected. Like, there's a really strong bond between you and some other people that you're dealing with. 1, maybe 2 people, but I feel like these people that you're dealing with this month, you have a really strong bond with. And now I'm going to pull a couple cards from my Romance Angels deck, and that's going to be all she wrote. Chemistry. This may really be a bit of a surprise for some of you. These new, like, really good things coming in for you. I don't want to be negative about life, but life can be really, really difficult. And I think life has been difficult for a lot of us for at least, I would say, the last 3 years has really been a crunch time for a lot of us. And I feel like things are really starting to turn around for everybody now with Saturn in retrograde. For a good portion of us, things are turning around. So when the good things start to come in, that can be just as equally unsettling as when the bad things come in. If we're used to, just being a warrior or a warrioress and just really dealing with a lot of bullshit, it can be unsettling when the good stuff comes through as well, and it can be surprising. And I feel like for some of you, it is going to catch you off guard this month when these new beautiful things come in. We have chemistry, getting to know each other, and religious factors. So for those of you who are dealing with romantic situations this month, there is going to be a lot of chemistry. As I said, I feel like there is going to be some really emotionally nurturing, deep, sensual bonds that some of you are going to be developing and enjoying this month. And your spirituality is going to have a lot to do with it. Again, that ties in with the star. Like, this is a relationship that is destined. This could be somebody that is very spiritual. You may be very spiritual. You may have finally found your, like, extremely spiritual counterpoint, you know, heavy on the spirit, heavy on spirit. And, you know, with the We're All Connected card, definitely heavy on spirit this month. And with the Hermit card, and with Judgment, very heavy on spirit this month, Gemini. Very beautiful, beautiful energy. It looks like, you know, even the ones that are ending something with this person who has not really done right by you. There are no Three of Swords here. There are no cards to show me that you're really going to be aching or going through a lot of really heavy, intense, negative emotions. I don't see that for you this month. Like I said, if anything, it's just going to be really logical. You're just going to cut out what you don't want anymore and move towards this beautiful new energy coming in for you that is something that you do want and that you enjoy. Okay? So I hope you guys have a beautiful month, and I really appreciate all of your support. You can hit the thumbs up button if you'd like, and share if you'd like, and if you'd like a personal reading, contact me, and I'd love to work with you on a one-on-one basis. Have a beautiful June.